Brenda, go ahead. Wow, everybody's moving at weird speeds, like everybody's had different acceleration or something. Wow. Wow, that's a really weak unit. I'm terrified over here. Woo, scary. Why you do this to me, game? Why? This is no threat. This is not a challenge. This is not an interesting stratagem upon which one can iterate. This is pathetic. Almost dead fairy. Of course, it's also, I say this, and I'm not killing anybody in the enemy unit, because the fairies can avoid everything. This... I just constantly question the choice of fairies and gremlins. Why do you use them? If you needed to broaden the roster of characters you could use, or classes you could use, or monsters you could use, just pick something else. Something that can actually grow and be useful and dangerous. Anyway, Leia is one of my lawful magic dealing groups, so let's see how they deal with golems, shall we? Oh, well done, Europea. And of course, the sword is Bane Elemental, the sword that the Paladin's using, so that's gonna break through the elemental resistances of the golems. Oh, right. I gave you Earth. But she attacked the one golem that isn't weak to Earth. I mean, strong against Earth, I should say. Did Leia do a magic attack? I don't seem to recall. That was odd. Well, here's another firestorm. Well, this isn't going spectacularly, I won't say, but it's actually working, so... We're weakening enough of them. You are not an attack leader, are you? You're an attack weakest. Whoopsie! I knew that was going to happen. Alright, well that went well. My unit has barely taken any damage, their unit is nearly dead. A couple more attacks and they'll be fine. So just keep attacking Leia. Oh, Brenda's specifically aiming for Emma's group. That is good, because you're in a position where if you do kill several people in this unit, I will be able to run away. Get that Diana up, please. Ooh, the baby heals need to be a little stronger. Anyway, I'm in a position where there's no way you're going to wipe out my entire unit, which means I will be able to run away. And you're in a position to be right next to Ankaseth, who will murder you. And obviously, Banish isn't going to immediately kill off an undead. It has to get the killing blow. No! Don't resist! Well, that works. Now I'm trying to decide if at this point I want to run with this unit or not. Do I want to get one more person killed? Is the question. I'm gonna go with no. Back to base with you, Emma. I should move my unit at some point. And we have their priest in the front row. But we also missed their priest, so... Yay! Meridia, do as much damage as you can, love. Oh, right, you're not going to attack her, because that would be silly. Leia scoffs at your pathetic attempts at damage. Stop dodging! You jerk! And remember, Boulder Golems are made through a combination of fire and wind. So that means they're resistant to both. Which means, in this formation, we're attacking everybody the wrong way. Finally! If only you hit her the first time! Well, I wonder what the percentage chance for putting an enemy to sleep with that sword is? Because if it's as high as I think it is, then why, Leia? Why do you hate me? This is unnecessary and cruel. But on the upside, you'll be able to see what happens if you have the Sword of Evil, or whatever it will call again, in the back row. Stab. Word of Pain. That's right, you act somewhat like a Black Knight. Goody. Alright, well, at least we'll get that golem dead for sure. Stab! Leia's got an interesting attack animation, I admit. But she's just more useful to me in the back row, where her attacks hit multiple targets, and now she can potentially combine with Meridia. Which hasn't happened yet. Alright, let's finish off Brenda, shall we? Slice! Oh, you missed! Inkaseth, why? Firestorm! I've been considering getting that other cataphract a better spear, but the only spears I have that are different are elemental. Ow, that hurts my ears. Are elemental and otherwise don't increase damage, so I think it's better to just have a physical damage one as opposed to two elemental ones, because they wouldn't be different elemental, it'll be the same element as the other cataphract, which just means if I run into somebody who's strong against fire, both my cataphracts are useless as opposed to one being useless. So I figured diversifying would be a better idea, especially since the Sun Manus being wielded by Inkaseth there is Earth. So my only physical attack would be that cataphract in the upper right. I'm already dealing fire with the Valkyrie and the other cataphract. Leia, finish it off for me, would you, dear? I'm not going to get to see the combination magic. Why? I might need to use a Flag of Unity on this group. It's the only way! But I don't want to burn all my Flags of Unity, because I might need them later. Oh, Leia needs some rest. I'll go ahead and move myself over across the river. Come on, liberated Kala. Well done, wind. Let's see what's going on at Kala. Archbishop Odoron, you couldn't possibly be consulting with demons. Well, thank you for that apt assessment with the wonderfully punctuated statement involving your obvious large amount of evidence and well thought out prose. It was all so very enlightening. That was a waste of time! And I needed Kojiro to go sicker because she's trying to get around me, which is bad. Owie! Double owie. Curse you, Virtue Elemental! Now, chomp their limbs off. I want their wings on my mantle. Oh, that was vicious. I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. Kojiro's a bad influence on me. Alright, let's get a Pedra out there. Not that I'm worried about the fairies or anything, but just cause I've got Pedras up my hello? Why are you only attacking the fairy? You son of a bitch. And you didn't even kill it! Oh well. They'll use their healing items for sure, but now that their leader's dead, they're not gonna capture any of my strongholds behind me. Or you could run straight into the water, because I forgot that's a thing that happens. Well, my dog should be fine. In theory. Depends on that magic missile hit. I might actually have to run. Oh, I'm fine. Unless they crit, I'll be okay. If they do crit, I'll just revive the pup. I will need to... But I'm not going to wipe out this unit. I'm just going to end up attacking them right away. But the Angel Knights are dead, so they won't deal enough damage to kill me. It's just a lone fairy now. I weep for you, fairy. I do. You won't even be a full meal for my dogs. It'll be a waste of time. My poor puppies. They'll be so hungry. Get close enough, Kodro. Seated liberating cuss. Well, here's our witch's den if we need it. Years ago, when Palatinus surrendered to Lotus, Lotus tried to convert us to Lotusism. That was the purpose of the war. This was her sanctuary. They can take our land. They can't take our faith. It seems Lotus has returned. They'll just get another dose of our determination. You realize they have displaced your Archbishop, correct? Well, it's not like he's important to their actual practice of faith, I suppose. How am I going to deal with this? That's a very good question. We'll see what happens when Kodro leaves her alone. She should just wander in this area and not go after a stronghold. If that's the case, then I can send Emma over there. Huh, she still has all the item spots, though, even though there are several people in her unit dead. So I guess they still provide item slots. No reason for everybody to stay this far south. But I have a lot of cleanup crew work to do. But I don't think I want to start it until I have Bollusk in my hands. Don't... I didn't mean it to sound like that. Really? Really? That was completely on accident. Why? Brain. Stop. Ow. Anyway. I'll be back when something interesting happens. What? This is a Legion. This is one of the front units in the Legion. This is literally an all game! Why? I'm just going to... That's not even funny! Taki, what are you? They're making fun of me. It's the only explanation. I'll be back when something interesting happens. So this unit has decided to come and try to attack us, and Brenda in the lower right, you might notice, has also come out of her shell and decided to try and attack us as well. Not terribly threatened, but I figured you should be let know that there are new units after us. And Emma has finally arrived back home, where she should be safe and sound. Hopefully I'll get 2 Angel Knights out of her. Brenda, really? Oh, Brenda dear. Also, I found, like, ice plate or something over here. It's like, the Thunder Mail, but ice elemental. Figured you might want to know that. I also got a Feather of the Archangel from that one unit that I killed. The one that was, like, mostly fairies. Yeah. That's why I said kill all units. In my notes, you get some interesting stuff. I actually don't know what the Feather of the Archangel is yet. I just wrote down a note for any item that looked interesting, and I didn't know off the top of my head what it did, because that means it's probably an endgame type of item. Or at least unique and interesting enough to make note of. Finally got through that cataphract. So, I might be going back to cleanup crew soon. Yeah. Let's see what happens with Brenda and me though first, shall we? Hello, Brenda. Goodbye, Brenda. Oh, you're faster than me. Well done. Eat sword in face. Lots of swords in face. I should get that paladin a different sword. Even after all that virtue elemental nonsense in the last scene, we don't run into undead units very often, so I don't need a reliable, constant virtue, especially since the Diana is doing virtue damage anyway, because the Yitbag is virtue. Anyway, that unit's completely dead. Time for cleanup crew. And in the meantime, I'll let you know when I liberate the stronghold. So, see you when something interesting happens. Alright, Bolt has liberated Balisk. So let's see what's going on here. Celestis is the seat of the Eastern Orthodox Church. It protects the Temple of Birth. Where is it? I don't know. Only the Archbishop knows. I can feel the blessings of Mother Earth. There's a lot to be said for faith. A lot to be said for how wonderful it is. But sometimes, when it's something as important as this, you might want to double-check your sources. And having only one person know what the hell is going on, bad idea. That said, sometimes the best way to keep a secret is to never tell anybody. Kind of the point. I'll be back when something interesting happens. So, in my process of trying to get people to attack the people to the west, they decided I'm gonna go completely around using the road. Yeah! Because that's bloody brilliant. And I didn't stop them and try and micromanage their movements because I was sort of in awe at the horrible pattern. Now, I mean, granted, this is probably the, time-wise, absolutely 100% most efficient path, maybe even just by a few seconds. That said, what the hell, game? Anyway, this is one of the units guarding the main stronghold. Maverick. 2 clerics, an enchanter, and a golem. Annoying, to say the least. Hard to break through, obviously. But I have something you do not. Eat wind. Well done, Zapdos. And that's the end of him. Well, that got rid of their leader, so now they are part of the cleanup crew challenge. Yay! But I still have the Legion to deal with, which is something I should deal with. Which means... Troy, I'm gonna send you after Shelly. Morris, go after Fett. And they're just gonna stand there. You literally could just walk around them the entire time. The way this game fights with legions is so bizarre. Anyway, we didn't manage to kill them in our first group, so you know what's gonna happen. That times 4, and then healing plus. So yeah, yay. Congratulations. You've healed yourself into pointlessness. You've also made yourself the most annoying unit that could possibly exist. That is literally their only source of damage. The support attack. 1 damage to everybody I have. This is beyond pathetic. But they should only have 2 more heals? Maybe? 1 from the priest? No, the priest didn't get a heal. Well, too bad. That might have actually been a threat. Well, not a threat, because they obviously can't deal any damage to me. But I mean, it might have been a challenge to overcome if you manage to optimize your healing positions. Alright, time to take on Fett. One of the only good sources of damage in this entire Legion. Which is to say, 1 source of damage, really. Didn't combine. I'm disappointed in you, ladies. I need to do more group trust exercises. Maybe one of you should fall into the other's arms. Wait, no, somebody's gonna make fan art of that. Don't do that. Dark Quest. Kaboom! And with 2 health remaining, the unit survives. I think I'm going to relegate the rest of this to cleanup crew time. So I'll be back when something interesting happens. Okay, cleanup crew work is done. As you can see, I've gotten everybody into position that I need to be. Let's take on General Kerikov, shall we? So I'm not showing you exactly what items dropped from every single unit, but that's because, one, at this point, they're not exactly items that are specifically built just to unlock classes or anything that terribly important. They're all, like, extra stuff that are very interesting and cool to equip, but not necessary. So I'm not bothering to show you guys because I don't think you need to know every single detail of every single character and every single unit and how their equipment is set up. I did mention specific stuff like the Feather of the Archangel because I don't know what it does and I wish to find out, but almost everything else is just special equipment. So, let's fight General Kerikov. Squeeze them for all they're worth and toss them aside when they're spent. How pathetic, Kerikov. I admit that I've been used too, but you're nothing but a scapegoat. I'll never betray you again, Prince Amarius. Amarius, please help me, please have mercy. First Lotus and now me? Where's your loyalty? Go lick some Revolutionary Army boot, knave. I'd say that's actually pretty fair, to be honest. What happened to my plans? No. Everything was going fine until I framed those Breathen Sentinels and ejected Ogre. General Kerikov, the Revolutionary Army is approaching. Damn them! Not for them, this never would have happened! Yes, of course, it's all our fault. For the fact that you're a lying, treasonous scumbag. Maybe if you had a little loyalty to the right people, you wouldn't get into this mess, now would you? Wipe them out, ladies. Oh, they get to attack first. Darn, my timing was off. Oh hey, he gets advanced magic. Well done. Here's how you do it. That went well. Congratulations! We got Thunder Chain, which is something that we already found on the ground outside. No, I'm sorry, that was the Ice Chain. Thunder Chain is different. Thunder Chain is something we already had before. It was you who plotted against Archbishop Ogre and the Breathen Sentinels. Answer me! Yes! It was me! I used the power of the Netherworld. He told me the Eastern Orthodox Church would be mine if I didn't know! I had no idea it would turn out like this! I did what Prince Amarius ordered me to! Please spare my life! Please, I'll do anything! This looks like it might be your call, Europea. Oh yeah! I'll tell you what Lotus is planning! The ultimate power! They're headed for the Temple of Birth to get the ultimate power! The Central Division was trying to do the same thing, but Lotus found out and they got screwed! Come on, that's enough, right? Oh, please say so. Please, I don't want to die. You told them the location of the temple? My god. Ogre! Well, at least he's alive. Though I suppose it was unlikely that they would kill him. Oh, I'm so glad that you're safe. It's good to see you again, Europea. There's no time to waste. Head south immediately and stop them from entering the Temple of Birth. The ultimate power is more than a myth. Who are you? I am Lamar, member of the Revolutionary Army and leader of the Haven's Guard. I was notified of the situation within the Eastern Orthodox Church. Please tell me, does the ultimate power, the power the progenitor required, exist? Please tell us. They are trustworthy. I remember now. You are the son of Anchor-Seth. I have no choice. The ultimate power exists. Now, not only the progenitor, the ancient king whom birth loved, and the knights of Danica, they all possess the ultimate power. Because of the immensity of the power, it was dismissed as legend, and the truth was hidden. But only the child of the Covenant, the one who made a pact with God before his day of birth, is entitled to the power. Is it Prince Amrius? Is he the child of the Covenant? The ultimate power does exist. We have to stop Lotus. It's too dangerous. We have to protect it from Lotus. They saved my life. I am indebted to them. Ogre, please forgive me for going with them. I understand. You must follow your path. The stars have shown a life devoted to fighting for change. Go, Europea, and find what lies ahead of you. Good. I was becoming quite attached to Europea. She's quite an interesting character. And notice we didn't get a single undead. God bloody... Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.